Hey, good morning, Eli. Let's get my bearings here this morning. It's pretty decent for Procter and Gamble right here. It's coming up to those recent highs. Let's see if it stalls out. Morning, guys. My chest's a little small here. Yeah, there we go. Yesterday, interesting day in the markets yesterday. We ended up with a very heavy volume day on a big outside day reversal to the upside. We were down a little bit yesterday, then reversed all the way to the upside and closed way up here at the top with massive volume. So it looked like a great day. And then this morning we see another reversal to the downside. Still holding higher generally, which is good. Just trying to figure out, I guess, what's why we got Visa down. Yesterday Visa had a beautiful comeback, and today big gap down. Interesting there. Square had a nice sequence of days here, and so far holding okay. Only down about 0.5%. Nothing crazy. Tesla just won't budge. Wherever it is, there it is. Ah, playing whack-a-mole with stock stuff. Um, yeah, Tesla just won't budge. It opened here, flagged out all day long. Now it's right there. So Tesla not going anywhere, not selling off. Um, may have to this thing may continue the way this looks. May continue going up, which at this point seems a bit extreme given many things, at least in my opinion. But market does what the market does. Um, yeah, so all in all, nothing too bad, nothing too good either at this moment. Like I said, Visa taking it on the chin. Let's go check out global watch list. MMNFF, Amazon up 9%, breaking up its long-term turnaround line. Wow. Investors overlooking Amazon's treasure trove of data. I bet they've got a lot of data. So a lot of stuff going on from Amazon here. Yeah, big up day, up 9%. That's quite a big move. And like I said, Amazon is one of these long-term turnaround lines too. I don't have it on my list, but I likely should. There we go. All right, MMNFF. Amazon So Fun being a little funner today, up quite a bit. There's A Griffles. There's P&G. P&G still looks really good for that blast out from that base. Hi, James. Look at this line I had for EEFT. That was my line. And look at where it got. That would have been a massive play. I didn't touch that one. Pays. Not looking so good. Beyond Meat had a bull flag on it. Also had some bad news about the CEO being sued for fraud. Looks like it's never quite broken out. Couple attempted, but nothing significant. Fleetcor breaking out all-time highs right there. AMN, another long-term turnaround broken. Looks like earlier, a couple weeks ago. No major volume, but maybe it doesn't need it. Who knows? MPLX. Dorm Square. Okay, we're all over Square. That's good. That looks good. Disney Finazar. Interesting chart. Stalling day yesterday. Cyber looking pretty decent here. Down about 37%. It's a little bit deep in a cut base here. Slightly deeper than what should be allowed. Winnebago MongoDB looked great yesterday. Cup handle. Past couple of days, MongoDB has been doing really good. Pocket pivot. Excuse me. Yesterday, good move up there. Took a while to break out from this trend line, but it looks like it's gonna get a move on up. INS looks like it may be trying to break a trend line. It has earnings coming up very soon. What headline's that? So yesterday, nice pocket pivot on INS also. So this one could be trying to go back to that 56 prior high right there. Yeah, I think a lot of that is hype. In terms of trillion-dollar companies, it's not illegitimate. I mean, that's a real thing. That's a market cap calculation. If you go to FinViz and you do their screener and then you go by market cap, you've got, I don't think these have, I think this works on a 15-minute delay, so Amazon should be much closer to a trillion, probably leapfrogging Google here. You got Facebook. Visa's down at 400, so that'd be a double. MasterCard would be a triple. So surprised Berkshire's down as far as it is, 562. It's funny because the general economy really isn't doing that great. It's kind of interesting. Why do you say surprising? Square's missed like 3 runs in the market, so it's probably due, and that may be what we're starting to witness here as it breaks this long-term trend line. It's starting to come back up. You've already had massive runs in PayPal. PayPal's already back up towards the highs. Visa's already broken out. Of course, it's a much better leader than Square is. Haven't been paying attention to MasterCard, but MasterCard always looks exactly like Visa as it should. So those names are doing payment names are doing pretty good. And Visa and MasterCard are going to go up. Square and PayPal likely to go up as well. LK down a little bit more there. Let's go back down to let's check out Roku for a sec. Haven't looked at Roku in a while. Not looking good on the 5-minute chart. Nasdaq down about 0.86%. Yeah, I don't think Roku's a company that can survive long term. I mean, with everything being integrated the way that it is these days, of course Roku's going to go out of business. They're just going to build in streaming services. This is all just software. They don't have a major competitive advantage. And Tesla just hanging out up here. Happy as a pig in slop, 643. All right, let's go back down to the actionable list. Visa bounced up about 1%, was down about 3.5, it's now down 2.5. Not sure I want to jump on Visa right here, though. It came back down again after loosely testing highs yesterday. Didn't quite get back up. They got back there on a closing basis and were able to gap lower. I'm not sure why the market ran at the end of the day yesterday. I'm not sure if there was a news event or what happened. All right, let's get back up here. Square's almost flat. Twilio's leading our board. Not by much. Not a big day today. Procter & Gamble looking really good this morning. Lots of green. We're sitting right up here, really close to these topping wicks up there. Higher lows. I think we're probably good to go on this one. Let me look at a trade on this one. Let me see if I had one lined up. I do have one lined up. It's probably what I have it going to. Let's let it load. I think the thing's got to spin up. I got 148 as the target on P&G. Oh, yeah, there we go. Duh, that makes sense. I've got that going up. The same slope as it did before, up to about 8.3 it looks like. So we break out right there. We go to 8.17. QQQ's only down 0.14%. Will it catch to the market? You mean referring to my NASDAQ here, Rob? Because this is the futures market, so it's going to have a different percentages. The futures market doesn't really gap. It has little tiny minor gaps most days because it's only closed, 15 minutes a day. Well, 30 minutes a day. So, no, where it is in line. It never got as high. If you look at the high of the day on this particular candle is 92.4875. I guarantee the high for the candle you're looking at is not that high. And the high from yesterday is 92.40. I bet you on the QQQ the high is not 92.40. So, consolidation or pressure of FUD on China. I don't know. The volume action is really interesting. Two big volume down days, which we see. We see the down days here are more elevated than the up days. Bye guys. The down day volume are more elevated than the up day volume, which is kind of standard procedure. And then you have this big ass day right here, and we had a similar day over here after a couple of down days. They were smaller down days though. I don't know. To be honest with you, I'm not sure. I'm just going by. We only have 2 days of distribution on the Nasdaq at this stage of the game, which is really low distribution day count. So I think you still give the bias to the bulls. Keep in mind the Fed just said the other day that they were going to start tapering purchases in April. So it could be a situation where they're starting to take some positions off the table in lieu of Fed not purchasing as much. Yep, WHO declared a global emergency yesterday. That is correct. I don't think that specific title goes into the sell-off this morning in the indexes, but what it does, it gives the World Health Organization additional powers and things they can do and request. So it's just a title where they can do different things. I I remember that from the last SARS thing. I think it was SARS. One of those last flus they said, it was Ebola in Africa. That's what it was. The last time we had an Ebola outbreak in Africa a couple of years ago, they said that they were going to declare a global health emergency so they can get additional powers from the UN or something like that, so they could get additional assistance because they need it in these situations, and they should get everything they need. And I think they are. They do really good jobs in these circumstances. These health agencies are all over this crap. It's great. Very, very fortunate. All the politics and bullshit aside, um, very fortunate as a society to have organizations like that that literally just look out to global health. Okay. Well, they're finding out about these people. That's good. That's good. It's not like they say, oh, oh, we found a whole school had it and we didn't know anything about it. That's what you don't want. They got on these cases quick too, so yeah, hopefully in about a month or so we'll see like these trickles, like one here, one there, and it won't be, cases in the US have risen by 20,000 or something like that. So I'm not really concerned about that. If we get one like here in North Phoenix, I'm keeping my kids home from school, but other than that, I'm not really concerned. Square looking really good, holding really tight. I should add to my square. That sucks. Never a good thing, Rob. Never a good thing. What? How does this thing have my TQQQ gaining money today? It just changed the percentage on refresh too. That's weird. Daily percent change is 0.13%. I'm like, bullshit. I see right here the NQ is down 0.95. Yeah, it should be down 0.54%. Hmm. So, yeah, this is looking pretty good here on Square. One of the better ones in the market right now. And Tesla as well. Tesla's still looking really good. And that is a lot of cases. Well, let's look at it, Rob. I don't think they're being weird. Let's just look at the QQQ. What it is that you've got, so you can see here in the NASDAQ in the futures, you see after the close here, the market rallied higher significantly. Here it did not because it was after the close. It closed just under the previous day's high, where this one greatly exceeded it. So I don't think that's the case. I think it's just this is just that because the futures trades an extra 15 minutes. So they're not being weird. I'm looking at a completely different market than the Qs are. It is a little weird. The situation's weird, but they're doing what they should be doing, I think. All right, now we're down about 1.1%, 0.3% on the Qs here. Yeah, this is a weird situation. Based on this candle, we should be decently bullish. You can see we're coming back down here. Maybe we'll find some support down there at that 220 level again. I don't know. I don't know. SS, SSI? Stage Stores. Um, I don't know if this is could just be like a pump and dump type of thing. It's on the NYSE, 33 million market cap. It's a tiny guy. Halted due to volatility on the 30th. Yeah. Well, like I said earlier, these are spectator sports to me. These aren't anything you want to act upon. These are just things to watch and go, ooh, ah. For the most part. I mean, like here you could short coming down out of there if you wanted to a few days ago, but other than that, there's not much to do with these. Um, yeah, I don't know. Without news, you're really flying blind. Other than something bad happened. It's so yeah weird for a stock to gap from 7 down to 2 with no news. Oh wait, I'm thinking 12 in my head. This is 110. Never mind. Let's look at it. What's the gap? Yeah, nothing on 110 either. Weird. That is weird. I don't know. Like I said, spectator sport. Domino's Pizza rolled over yesterday. Looks like we bounced off of a trend line a little bit there, but going back at it today, making new lows versus new highs is usually not a good thing. So still watching Domino's, but can't do anything about it yet. How's Amazon doing? 854. Okay. Bouncing off the long-term trend line here. This could be an interesting one. That's got to make you feel good, Eli. You got Amazon back up there right at all-time highs, actually. I think we're sitting in all-time highs right now. Right at it. So that's got to feel good. You being sarcastic with me? Of course it's a new base. Why wouldn't it be? Amazon has zero competition. This is going nowhere but up unless the whole market fails. Nowhere but up. Of course it's a new base. What else would it be? Yeah, just let it go. I told you there's a money manager guy that I got to meet once and have a nice meeting with that told me the only stock he'd own for the next 20 years is Amazon. 20 years, he said. 20 years. So, only thing left is same click delivery. Click, oh, it's here. That'd be awesome. Uh, yeah, um, this wasn't a traditional money manager. This guy was a one man show, ran his own firm. He left all the big firms and just started one himself, and just manages like 20 families' money in what he does. Anyway, but yeah, he's not a market timer by any stretch of the imagination. Our styles are completely different, completely different. But I mean that he's doing something right. What's up, Christina? Amazon being maxed out. Um, Amazon will be maxed out when the market is maxed out. The way that it think about think about all these stocks as different buckets. All right, and there's a bunch of people standing next to a kiddie pool, and it could be various sized kiddie pool. And these buckets dip into the kiddie pool. Only when that kiddie pool runs dry are these stocks done. Unfortunately, we don't get to know how big the kiddie pool is. It could be the size of my swimming pool, could be the size of a normal traditional kids pool, like a kiddie pool. Only when that's done will Amazon be done. Amazon's going to go up with the market. At what pace is a different story, but it's going to go up. Tesla give me a Lambo? No Lambo, but definitely really good profits. It's been a really good rally. I'm waiting to see if this is an exhaustion gap or if we're going to follow through to the upside on Tesla is what I'm waiting to see. So far, it's looking good for following through. It doesn't look like an exhaustion gap from the daily chart by any stretch of the imagination. So, um, yeah, I don't know. I think it's likely to continue going up. I don't know. Yeah, it's basically straight. It basically doubled in um, what do we say? 13 weeks, 150% in 13 weeks. We did that yesterday from this breakout point. I believe it was 150% in 15 weeks. In 15 weeks. So that's one of the bigger moves you're going to find in the market. That's for damn sure. Oh, look at my trend line here. Perfect. I didn't believe it when I drew it. It exceeded it. I drew it from this. See? It's the same frickin' thing over and over. They're repeat machines. Massive extension, big base, massive extension, big base. If I would have believed that, holy crap, what would that option have been worth? Ridiculous. Ridiculous. I don't know. To believe from down here, say I bought the stock down here to whatever that is, but like to think that would rocket that high, even I couldn't believe it. I saw that, I'm like, yeah, there's no way. And then I drew that out. Oh, that's them going to 1,000 or something. Yeah, that's them going to 1,000. It's my 1,000 line right there. That could happen next year, though, if things get good in Tesla. Hopefully we get a big base between now and then. Yeah, that would have been like the most profitable options play I'd ever had by a long shot. Such a big ass move. But yeah, it's good. It's not selling off at all. It's just steady up here. No one's getting rid of it. I think everyone, thought they were wrong and now they're just holding on to it. Think Amazon at some stage in the past. So Square doing pretty good back in positive territory, neutral territory now. Square doing super good. What's my Square trade got going on here? Yeah, Square's good. Like this Square trade right here, if this goes all the way back up here, oh, my option seems a little bit close for my trend line. Oh, I've got this till June. This is June? Doesn't seem like June. Still some work to do. Still got to get over all these highs right there. That may be the next level to jump in on it. 70 call. Oh wow, yeah. I've already taken out a lot of the profit on that one. On Square. All right, so kind of a low to lazy day in the market so far. Market's been hanging here down about 1% on the NASDAQ. DocuSign breaking out. Small base right there. BEP also with another base right here as well. Look at this thing. Beautiful move from 26 up to 48. Basically in 1 year straight with almost no stopping. P&G pulling back. So we'll see where we're at next week. NQ, are they in a run? This one? The actual NQ? Hold on a sec, I gotta get some water. All right, I'm back. I was looking at my cracks in my sidewalk and stuff. I was filling up my water. I just made a decision. I'm gonna clean the crap out of those cracks. I'm gonna pour epoxy in them so I don't have to pick out the frickin' grass anymore. Epoxy, your best friend. Well, the Qs may have that, Rob. The Qs may do that. Qs look like they were pretty close to here, here, here. Yeah, in the same range. You know, usually in these setups, you would say, "Oh, it's a low volume, it's a low volume rise, so we're gonna crash again." Either way, it's a rising channel. It's a small one, but it's there. But I mean, all these are increasing candles, so it's kind of hard to think that it's actually going to do that. It's slightly intriguing from that perspective. Our volume signature is backwards compared to what you would think of a good normal continuation to the downside. Doesn't mean it doesn't happen. With these three, yeah, that was a close open, close open. Yeah, those are about the same. Yeah, this sequence here looks prime for a comeback. If we can hold this as an inside day, then I think we're probably still fine. I had square chopping up here. Yeah, market's not really not running today. Charter's doing great from its long-term turnaround right there. Love these long-term turnarounds. They're like my favorite thing in the world, as long as the market's good. Yeah, Justin, Amazon, big pop on earnings. INS loosely breaking its trend line right there. That could be buyable. Can't say the volume's tremendous. Also, earnings I think are coming up relatively soon. 211, so that's about 2 weeks, week and a half. Pretty good situation. You got a high volume bottoming candle here, and then an immediate reversal with two high volume candles, and then you got a nice that guy there, and you've got that's a red, nice high green, nice high green. So INS looking better and better. Small curl forming on this guy as well. Looked good here too for a minute, and then it gave it up. We'll see. We'll see. It's above both of these trend lines right now, so that's pretty good. You can see both of the trend lines here on the 5-minute chart. Do you prefer SMA and EMA and why? I have just SMAs. I don't have EMAs. I don't have a great answer why. Probably just my IBD some of my IBD background, they just use SMAs. They don't use EMAs. I don't have a really great blockbuster answer for you on that one, Rob. I think what's more important is, does the chart respect the moving average, whether it's SMA, EMA, or some other MA. I think that's the important part. I don't know. 5G seems like a bust to me, to be honest with you. Yeah, it just seems a little bit like a bust. I think the reason is because we already have 4G, and 5G isn't that. They're touting it as revolutionary technology, but I don't know if it really is. I can't say it honestly is revolutionary technology. What are you gonna do on your Facebook posting with, half the latency? And I mean, IoT isn't there yet to really take advantage of it. Um, 4G rolled out. It was pretty cool. There wasn't money to be made on 4G. I don't really remember anything spectacular investment wise when 4G came out. I remember when the internet first started coming out in the phones, they were talking about the carriers making money, which was, I understand that, but yeah, unless you have a brand new company that didn't make anything 4G or never sold anything 4G, and then now is all in on 5G, that could be a singular name that moves. Um, AI won't need 5G bandwidth. That's the thing. You look at Tesla, it's all onboard artificial intelligence. They don't go back to the Tesla network, so they don't need to transfer data back and forth. It's in the car. It's self-contained artificial intelligence. You don't need a network. You just don't. So, yeah, I don't think that you. I don't think. I think it's gimmick. I think it's a gimmick. Honestly, I think Tesla's Starlink is going to be more revolutionary than 5G will be. Unfortunately, it's not Tesla Starlink. It's SpaceX's Starlink. I think that's going to be more revolutionary because it's a whole different technology that isn't out there before. 5G is just the next evolution. It's just the next step. It's not. I don't think it's that game. I could be wrong about it, but why aren't we seeing, like, we've got a 5G watch list? I don't think we're seeing anything ramping up, 200% in the past year for 5G reasons. I don't see it. I'm not sure what SBAC is. That one's pretty good. That's got a nice base on it. That one moved up really nice last year. This one looks good. What is this? SBAC. I mean, think about 3D printing. I think that was some hype. 28 billion market cap, SBA Communications Corporation. So it's a fairly big company. That's a good move for. That's a smaller company getting big right there. Ubiquity Networks. You think they would benefit for 5G in some? INSG. Oh yeah, here. Yeah, it broke down from the channel, then came back really, really quick. I mean, it was choppy. It bounced up and came down hard, and then you'd have had to try this thing two or three or four times to really take advantage of it. Those are hard to manage psychologically. So yeah, I don't know I don't know which one's gonna win. I don't know. You look at, if you're thinking of iPhone being 5G, which I don't think they're 5G yet. The same radio, the same guys that make their radio, we're just gonna make 5G radios. So there's no difference. They stop making 4G radios, start making 5G radios. If someone has a license for 5G tech that's proprietary, I think that could be really good. But just saying, oh, this company that has all these other products and 5G is going to, you know, do whatever. I don't know. I don't see it though. I don't see it. If it was that good, like Nokia, Nokia's not coming back. It was up there a minute ago. I don't know who they are though, Rob. I don't know who they are. I don't know the names. Like, all these look like crap. Oh, are they? Maybe I'm wrong, Rob. I don't know. Could be some willy-nilly version of 5G. Remember they used to call something, it was like 3G plus and they called it 4G, but it really wasn't. Then they finally rolled out 4G silently. Yeah, welcome to marketing, the world where marketing takes over. That one's pretty good. LSCC. So we have SBAC and LSCC so far. 2 billion market cap company. Um, don't know much other than that. Semiconductor, AI ML solutions. Hey, an IBD article on them about 2 weeks ago. Oh, it's a video. Really? That's bullshit. Anyway. Oh, is that the last one? Oh, couple more. So, yeah, I'm not really jumping on unless you got a very specific 5G play. QRVL. QRVL. 13 billion market cap semiconductor sales are 3 billion. That's not all 5G. Oh, there you go, Eli. Yeah. Wave to me wave to me when I'm getting my paper naked in the morning. Don't be shy, neighbor. Huh? Don't know what's happening. I'm stuck in watch list hell. Here we go. It's Arizona. You don't gotta wear slippers, Rob. That'd be a good visual though. That'd be a good visual. Or not. All right, guys, I gotta get at. It was 8:15. Oh, I do gotta get out of here. So, market falling today on. I don't know why. Who quite knows why? Some of these days, but we're falling here a little bit. Some of the good stocks seem to be holding up okay. Yeah, it looks like the coronavirus again is what is on CNBC. Delta will suspend all China flights starting February 6th as coronavirus outbreaks widens. Just do it now then. Lock them in. That's sad. China says confirmed cases of coronavirus climbed to 10,000. Hmm. Hope the Chinese let people globally in just to nip it in the butt, which I think they're finally doing. A little late, which is probably why it broke out too far, as they probably kept it too close to their chest for too long. All right, guys. Yeah, Super Bowl's this weekend. I don't have cable anymore, and my friend that watches football, his team lost, so he ain't gonna watch it. So I don't know where I'm gonna go for the Super Bowl. I gotta find somewhere to go though. I gotta find somewhere to go. That better not be Rob. That's dangerous of them. I hope they're not that stupid. That's stupid. That's the definition of stupid. They know better. So all right, guys, stay safe out there. Avoid anyone that's come from China or any airport that's flying to and from China or has a connecting flight to and from China or has heard of the name China. Just avoid it for right now. We don't want to spread this thing anymore. Yeah, I hope that's not the case. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. If we end up really selling off in mass, again, you're going to consider cutting positions and stuff like that. If this gets really, I don't know if we've really had a massively bad outbreak of something in quite a long time. So, the market could take this as a dumping opportunity if this gets worse. And the weekend's coming up, so take that into account, I guess. Yeah, I should look at that too, because the weekend, this thing could gap down 2% on you, and there's really not much you could do about it. Yeah, and usually these things get worse before they get better. So hopefully hopefully it doesn't get too bad before it gets better. I mean, if we get cases, there's going to be a threshold where there's just not enough health workers to deal with this, and that's really where it could potentially get bad. Hopefully we don't reach that point. All right, guys, I'm going to get out of here. I can't do anything about it, unfortunately, so I'm just going to leave. I'm going to leave my stream. All I can say is avoid airports. All right, guys, have a good day. I'll see you back on Monday, and hopefully everyone's still here and you're not dead from the virus. All right, guys, have a good one. Bye-bye.